Welcome to Thailand.
Made in Thailand ปังราชันพังนะ Should I just talk for the whole table? Tiff is very excited.
Testing. Good? That close enough? Pro now, see? All right, we're good to go. Hey guys, thank you for coming along. We are here for the MTL7 press conference. I just wanted to say thank you for the support as always. I probably say this every card, but I think I'm most excited for this one. We have a really, really good main card of professional fights from Queensland, around Australia, and a couple of international fights, which are going to be really exciting. And a couple of up-and-comer amateur fights to open the show, which is a few people that we've been keeping an eye on that we wanted to give the opportunity to be on the big show, which is going to be a really good way to open it up. And yeah, so let's get stuck into it. I'm just going to ask these guys a couple of questions, starting with Corbin. So first of all, we have Corbin Harvey fighting Tiff Lamb. These girls are fighting at 57 kilos, both very known in the Muay Thai circuit for females in Australia. So Corbin, you and your team asked for a challenge when we were looking for a match for you. And fortunately, we've been able to deliver that with Tiff Lamb. What challenges does Tiff present for you, and how have you prepared for that?
I think
Bring it right
everyone knows and respects Tiff. Like, she's quite a legend in the sport, and especially for female Muay Thai. She's like a very high IQ fighter, which I think is going to be really fun, very different to what I've fought in the past. So I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, not just having some aggressive sort of typical Queensland style. So I think that's just going to be fun, going to be quite different.
Yeah? All right. And Tiff? Corbin has established herself, especially in Queensland, as quite a fast up-and-comer here, especially with her recent WBC state title win. And when booking the fight with Corbin, what goes into your preparation to allow for that? Is anything different? What's sort of been going through your prep for this fight?
Yeah, good question. Is that working?
Is it all good?
Really? I think that every prep, you kind of, you're always putting in the same kind of work, but definitely I know that Corbin has really shown some really good skills in her last couple of fights, that can be quite aggressive, she can have really strong clinch, so those are definitely things that I'm thinking about when I'm preparing for tomorrow night. Yeah.
Cool. And Corbin, I know that you like to show every time you get into the ring that something new has come to the table or some skills have improved. What can we expect to see from you tomorrow night?
You'll see tomorrow night.
And how about you, Tiff? We have seen a couple of different styles out of you, actually, sometimes sitting back and playing the more defensive counter fighter style, and in a couple of your recent fights, a bit more aggressive, a bit more forward as well. What can we look for in you? Anything new tomorrow night? Or
I would say the same thing. No, I think it really depends on what happens tomorrow night. So I think, it depends on what Corbin brings, and it depends on, I guess, how our styles meet. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out tomorrow night. Yeah.
Nice, good job. All right, and now bringing you to our Nike Nom Tom Challenge belt. We have Brandon Spain, it's fighting out of Spain's gym, and he is fighting Dalprasuk Sitmanchai, who's also represented by Muay U while he's here in Australia. And they are fighting at 58.9 kilos. So, Brandon, you have made your long-awaited return to Muay Thai late last year with an exciting fight. You've proven to become one of the most hardest people to match in Muay Thai, in my opinion. Tell us how frustrating is that for you, and going through those ups and downs of trying to book you a fight?
Firstly, I'd like to thank Nakia and Benji for putting this awesome card on, as well as this legendary fight. Yeah, it's hard to get an opponent that says yes to the dotted line at the end of the day, and just a credit to yourself and Benji for getting me a quality opponent. And yeah, tomorrow night I'll be able to prove how good I am.
Okay. So, Kieran, we've got Kieran Walsh here from Moyu assisting with Dalprasuk. Tell us a little bit. We've been quite public about the fact that Brandon is very hard to find a match for, especially within Australia. A lot of just ups and downs, and a lot of people just flat out not being willing to get in there with him. What's your thoughts on that whole situation?
I mean, I wish I could see Brandon more active. Obviously, I think across Australia, the whole weight division is quite quiet. We all sitting here know that there's one fight that we think should happen. How we make it happen is up to those interested parties. I know it could happen, and it's the fight that we want to see. For now, I mean, it was my suggestion to you to bring Dalprasuk over. I thought he would be a good fight for Brandon. For us, if Dalprasuk wins tomorrow night, well, then there's one more in Australia left to go and left to fight. But then if Brandon wins, well, there's one more in Australia left to go and left to fight.
Brandon, your response to that, we obviously know there's this pending fight that we'd love to see happen. It's been known, we've had quite a few parties trying to make it happen. I know every promoter across the country wants to see it. I guess two things, like what's your thoughts on that fight, and going into tomorrow night, how do you think your skills are going to get you the win over Dalprasuk?
At the moment, that fight that is up in the air is a waste of energy. At the moment, all my energy goes towards Dalprasuk and tomorrow night, and he's the problem.
And for Dalprasuk, what can Australian fans expect to see from him tomorrow night?
I'll let him answer it as well, but I think for me to answer that question, Dalprasuk, he hasn't been as active as late, but in the past, he's fought at Lumpini, Rajadamnern, Channel 7, Omnoi, which are all quite obviously the biggest stadiums in Thailand. So he's no stranger to action, and he's no stranger to competition. He's spent the sort of his past formative years at Sitmonchai, which are known for is quite a heavy Falang foreigner gym. So he's used to training with foreigners, and he's used to the style that comes with that. And I think they're in for an exciting fight. It's going to be a great fight.
Tomorrow, fight hard. I win sure.
Very good. All right, and last of all, we've got our WBC Bantamweight World Title. This one has been a bit of a roller coaster, but also ended up a really cool story to be able to share with everybody through Muay Thai League. Between Corey, Pentai, and Ellis, we've fortunately been able to crown two WBC international champs on the show. Now they finally get to face off against each other, and now fighting for the world title. So it's kind of a nice story, and this is a really exciting match to be able to finish this trilogy. Corey, I know you had your eyes set on this title for quite some time. How do you feel going into tomorrow now that the opportunity is finally here?
Yeah, so we've had our eyes on this for a few years now, once I came back to Muay Thai. And obviously the goal was to get a few world titles and go from there. So now we're at the pinnacle of it. It's super exciting, and it's going to be a great fight tomorrow night.
Very good. For Pentai, so for us Aussies that look at a Thai superstar like yourself, it was quite surprising that winning the WBC international belt was such an important moment for your career, and that you yourself personally regarded it so highly. What does winning the world title mean to you?
If I have the win tomorrow for the WBC belt, it give from family. Yeah, I am very important from the Muay Thai. I work hard before, then I have more the experience for the Muay Thai fighting. Yeah, I have to show you tomorrow night.
And Corey, what do you think is your key to making sure you take home that belt?
Basically, the key to taking home that belt is just do what I do every time. You know, like we fight, 5 for 5. That's how we do it. We know we're going to fight for 5, and then the winner at the end of the 5th. That's what's going to happen.
Very good. And Pentai, what do you think is going to make you champion tomorrow? What do you think is going to help you win?
Okay, I have worked hard. I have training a lot before. Then I have experience more the Muay Thai. I think I have good fighting. Tomorrow I have show you. Fight hard. Yes.
Nice. Good job, guys. All right, so thank you very much for that. As you heard from all of these guys, you're just going to have to tune in and see it for yourself. We've got a bunch of exciting fights, not just these here sitting up here today, but a really, really great card from top to bottom. So tomorrow night at Australian Eastern Standard Time, we have some free prelims for you to watch that are new amateurs to the card for 30 p.m. And then at 6 p.m, the main production kicks off. So mtloz.com, you can get your live stream or come along to Sopo at Southport on the Gold Coast and see our amazing venue and catch the action up close and personal live. It's definitely hard to replicate seeing it in person. So if you can, come out and catch it all. Thank you very much.